Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So on the last video I had something like 138 comments, and most of them was about the noise and the annoyance of the fuel pump. So I'm going to painfully read them all to you. Psych, there ain't no way I'm gonna read that stuff again and torture you guys or me. But what I am gonna do is try to quieten this thing down. I have maybe 4 things I'm gonna try real quick, and gonna do a quick test start, bring it outside, set you guys up for a bass noise, and then let's see if we can fix it. Or even make it better, who knows. Nothing in here. It's just wide open. There's no cushion or sound deadening at all. Alright, so before I get started, I want to go ahead and mention one more time, this is a Bosch 044 replica. There's one made by Summit, one made by AEM, they all look the same, and one made by Holley even, and FiTech. All those are the same design. So anyways, that is a 340, I think 340 liter, 380 liter per hour. But anyways, so with that out of the way, first sound, terrible. The first idea came from a viewer, and it was in the comments. I don't remember if it was on the last video or a couple videos ago, but this is it. Attempt number 1 to quiet this thing down is Lucas. Now, I've never used it for anything other than cleaning injectors, but it says upper cylinder lubricant and injector cleaner. So maybe there's some kind of oil or something in here that might lubricate that pump and get a little quieter. We'll find out. There's only about 6 to 10 gallons in the gas tank, ethanol free 93. I'm gonna put probably half of that in there because it's for like 25 gallons, or it says up to 25 gallons. I don't want to put too much in. So I'm gonna put about half of that in, let the car run. It is a return style fuel system, so it should run through it pretty quick. But pour it in, see what happens. So since I don't have a decibel meter, I'm gonna do this with the engine running. That way, hopefully we can notice the difference as soon as this hits it. But yeah, maybe it'll be audible enough. I used a little more than half probably, and it's thick, so it's not going to mix real well just sitting here. Okay, so test number one, the Lucas. There is one thing that I noticed. You know, I didn't drive it and slosh it all in, but it mixed it up good, but there isn't a lot of fuel in there. So I did notice that it didn't change pitch like it was. So it was going from a high pitch back to normal and just going back and forth. So that seems like it made a difference, but not in the overall just whining of it. All right, so the second suggestion in the comments was maybe the fuel pump's not getting a good ground. So what I'm gonna do is crawl up underneath, hook a jump wire to the ground, run it directly to the battery, see if we get any change. Okay, so I didn't have a straight piece of wire long enough to reach the fuel pump. So what I did, over here on the battery, I have the power probe. Y'all know I love that thing. Here I have my little jump wire, because I don't want to be underneath the car. Little jump wire, just gonna hook it to the power probe. That's going to the negative. As you can see, it's on the negative. And what I'm gonna do is just hit the negative and give it negative while it's running. See if we have any change in our noise. All right, I'd say it's safe to say we have a good ground. That tested, no change. Number three, sound deadening. There is nothing in this car. It's echoing just like a tin can. So, you know, like we were talking about rocks getting slung up in the wheel well, all that stuff you can hear just like crazy. Listen to the video, the last video, while we're going down the road. Now, I thought about buying some sound deadening, but I want to get the cage in first. Whether we bolt it in or weld it in, I still want to get the cage in first. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to throw a bunch of shop towels, maybe some blankets and stuff in here, and just kind of absorb some of the sound. Not going to block, I don't really have anything to block the back off, maybe a blanket or something. So let's just kind of pad this up. The fuel pump is literally mounted right here underneath the car, and it's mounted against the frame. So let's throw some blankets in here, see if we can deaden this sound a little bit. All right, so I have 2 layers. Got some shop towels, t-shirt, pound puppies. Got another layer here over the top. Just mainly trying to muffle the pump. Up there is a painter's blanket held on with some chip clips. So I'm gonna sit inside for this test because that's mainly what we're doing, is muffling the sound on the inside. And hopefully it's better. All right, let's see if this helps our inside noise, because I've only got one more trick after this. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Do a little circle in the roundabout here. I feel like it's better. Now I can hear it at my feet more than behind me because there's no padding up here. It's like a floor mat. I think it's better. Pull it up in the garage because we're gonna need to work on it now. Okay, so I would say the sound deadening is the best results so far as lowering the noise we have. But I think I have the money shot right here. So the pump is directly mounted to the frame. I'm gonna take those out, take the pump off, drill my holes bigger, pop in these well nuts. That way we are rubber insulated to the frame. I think this is gonna do it. Here's the current setup. My problem is I don't think I'm gonna have enough room for those well nuts. I'm gonna give it a try. Might have to cut this bracket, move it up further, move the bolt up further, but then I don't know if I can get the bolt in past this. But as you can see, it has a rubber insulator there. It's just hard mounted to the frame. I need to insulate that. All right, fuel pump is off here. As you can see, I have another line because it kindly decided to just siphon itself and not stop. So got about a gallon of gas in there before I got it stopped. Now up under here, those holes are 1/4 inch. And now I need to decide or establish if this 1/2 inch, if I put that in there, it's going to be, I guess it's going to end up on the edge of the subframe connector here, but it'll grab the frame and be okay. So it's going to be tight, but we'll give it a try. See the top up there? It's like right up against the frame or the floor. So see what happens. Okay, I got my 1/2 inch holes drilled underneath. Went ahead and threw some black paint on it. And real quick, for the guys that might not know, this has threads in the bottom. It's going to go in the hole, and when I put my bolt in, as I start drawing it up, it's going to expand the rubber and make it stay in the hole. That's it. Okay, as you can see, it got real close to the frame, or the bottom of the frame, but hopefully that'll work. Number 1, number 2. I can't hardly see it. I know you guys can't either. But number 2, it's at a little bit of an angle because it's hitting the floorboard. I think we'll still be able to get it in, but I'm gonna go ahead and remount our fuel pump. See you guys back here in a minute. All right, so took another gasoline shower. That was pretty awesome. And got everything tightened up. Oh, let's hang on to the camera there. All right, so rubber mounts. Nothing's touching the frame. Nothing's metal to metal anymore. That means I had, if you remember right, I had the ground here. So I had to drill a hole and then ground here. So rubber there, rubber up top. Hopefully it makes a difference. I just need to reconnect this battery and we can test this thing out. All right, hopefully we did something. And if nothing else, y'all gotta say, I gave it a valiant effort. I don't know, it seems the same. It's better, it's gotta be better. Yeah, that's better. A little louder right there at the very tail end. I don't know, it's still loud. Might be echoing like in the garage, so let's back it out and see if it's quieter outside, because it's just inside. So, oh, that made a difference. That's better, guys. That's got to be better. I think it's better. Cold out. I think it's in the 50s right now. A little condensation coming out. All right, as you can see, turned the Valiant around. I went out in the cul-de-sac, turned around, and it is definitely better. I hope it's better on video, but yeah. So there's other stuff that we need to get before we go buying a fuel pump. So just not in the budget right now. it probably, well, it will get changed later, but just not right now. Hopefully this will do it for you guys. Took some suggestions, and I know it's annoying, but it is what it is. So, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next time.